Hey, welcome back. So, I don't usually do 2 videos in one day, but as I got to where I was going, kind of took a look out, and flying up the creek was a bald eagle, which is always cool to see. And I got a little too close, and then these, I don't know, look like little sparrows, little blackbirds came out and just went after this eagle. It's got me kind of thinking, we're moving into 2024 project planning cycle, which is going to include a lot of meetings. So, kind of like that eagle, we could just be soaring along, and then some difficult people show up. So, just a few, maybe just tips and tricks on dealing with difficult people in difficulties, or if you are a difficult person, how to notice it, and then how to adjust a little bit. So, we ever been in a meeting, you're planning, and everything's going good, starts out good, then you get to the part where you're talking about your project, right? And then you didn't really have any objections, everybody else is. Get to yours, and then somebody has an objection. Then instead of calm tone in the room, it starts getting a little more amped up. Voices might get a little higher pitched, speaking a little bit faster. The energy really just changes. Almost where you can feel it, there's anxiety, and even people who aren't in the discussion, we'll call it a discussion, not an argument, aren't in the discussion, are starting to feel jittery, starting to get going. So how do you combat that and bring it back down to where you can have a logical, non-based on emotions discussion and come to a compromise? So, first trick, and I can't take credit for figuring this out. It's I don't know who figured it out, but Chris Voss, who was the lead FBI international kidnapping negotiator, and then has a negotiation group, he calls it the late night FM DJ voice. So instead of having your voice way up, talking really fast, just try to pound your information in, speak slower, maybe drop an octave, speak like that late night FM DJ on the smooth jazz station. We was talking about this with Huberman, who's a research neurologist and ophthalmologist. There's actually some pretty cool mental things that happen. So waves of bass travel slower. They're a longer wavelength, longer duration, and slower. So as you speak a little bit quieter, people have to listen, they have to pay attention. And if your voice is a little bit lower, a little bit slower, just calm. And actually, in the brain, those vibrations, sound is just vibrations traveling through air, picked up through all the little bones and hairs in your ear. Those reverberate into your brain, and it kind of just slows everything down. So if you're anxious, talking to somebody with a deeper voice that speaks slow, has a calming effect. It can combat and bring your anxiety down. So that's a trick that we can all do. Just late night FM DJ. And then adding in some, if we do like breath work, like with breathing, if we start getting anxious, we want to go into full hammer mode where, you know, if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And you're just going to wedge your point in there no matter what, you're going to win. Before you respond, do a couple sets of box breathing. So breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds. Just calm yourself. Think about what you're going to say before you say it. You know, and I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes our mouths just get away from us. Whatever thought pops in our head just flies out. Unfiltered, just goes. That's how we get in trouble. That's how we say things that we don't really mean to say. And then once that toothpaste's out of the tube, it's kind of hard to get it back. So then when we're asking clarifying questions, ask how. You know, a great question is, how would I do that? So involve the person who's objecting in the solution. How could I, I'll just use an example. Say I need to put a fishing platform out, but the sensitive area for like native trout, and fisheries and hydrology don't want new structures in the water. I propose, we need to do 3 fishing platforms for disabled people to be able to enjoy the forest and enjoy the area. This is what they're going to look like. Here's the plans, blah, blah, blah. Here's that. And fisheries and hydrology to say no. No. Instead of, well, I have this and it's signed and it's done and you guys already had this and you guys already had the opportunity to take care of all this in the planning phase, blah, 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 blah. Just, oh, well. Yeah, I can definitely see your concern. You know, how would you propose we take care of this? And let them start expounding on this, which gives us the next step, which is really just as they're going and thinking, as people are going and thinking, mirroring. It's the simplest thing you could possibly do. It's just reiterating the main topic of the last sentence, the last 3 or 4 words of it, and just using an upward inflection in your voice poses it kind of as a question, which allows them to expand a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more, where you are gathering information, and they are giving solutions, you're gathering the information, and you're able to propose something from a non-emotion based and just from a logical standpoint. So, in this working hard and being kind, let's learn from others. Let's develop and foster a team. Let's not go in as like that scene in the movie The Gangs of New York where they all met up in 5 corners and they're each holding their flags and they're all going to fight. Instead, let's go in with an open mind, just having a conversation, and trying to gather as much information as we can. Because information is key and information is power. So, with that, go out, work hard, be kind. Talk to you later.